seen the petition filed by you and other people in the Judge Loya's death has been rejected by the Supreme Court. The court also said specifically that it questioned the intention of the petition itself, the PIL itself. How do you respond to the court's judgment?
I mean, the Honorable Supreme Court has spoken, and we all have to respect the Honorable Supreme Court's judgment. But when we read the written judgment is when we will decide to respond to it legally. Should we be able to respond to it legally? As for what the Honorable judges spoke inside the Honorable Court, in my humble opinion, it was mere an observation on the arguments that happened inside court. It spoke nothing about the lacunas in the documents the Maharashtra government has given us, and there were several lacunas and several discrepancies in that. That has not been addressed by the Honorable Court. Maybe it will in the judgment, but so far I didn't hear anything being addressed in the court.
What are the lacunas that you are pointing at?
Let's begin with the basics. What is a discrete inquiry? Under CRPC, there's nothing called a discrete inquiry. Either you're pregnant or you're not pregnant. There is an inquiry, there's no inquiry. What is a discrete inquiry? For an inquiry, there has to be an FIR. None of that is taken into consideration. Number two, the Honorable Court says the argument of Mukul Rohtgi that you have to believe the 4 judges, 2 of which are now promoted to High Court judges. Fair enough. But within the 4 judges, there are discrepancies in the statements. For example, one judge says ECG machine is not working. The other judge says ECG machine was working. The third judge says, one judge says that there was a heart attack. Fourth judge says antacids and acid tablets were given, acidity tablets were given. Which one to believe? Judge Loya is taken to Dande Hospital. Dande Hospital, the doctor on night duty, his statement is not taken. You've taken the owner of Dande Hospital statement, who by his own statement was not present when Loya was got. So aren't these discrepancies in the judgment, in the inquiry? And that's what we were talking about. That has so far not been addressed by the Honorable Court. Hopefully in the judgment it is, and we'll take a call.
It also said, the business rivalries or the political rivalries should be settled outside the court and not inside the court through PILs. You are also, in a way linked to the Congress party. So do you think that observation was, targeted at you?
Was Judge Loya linked to any political party? Was he not a part of the judiciary? I mean, the fact of the matter is, what Mr. Dave spoke, or what Mr. Prashant Bhushan spoke, or Indira ji spoke, or what the arguments happened in court, or what is the driving force inside the courtroom was not the issue. The issue was there was a doubt on Judge Loya put out by some people in the media. Not us, but the Maharashtra government took this forward by conducting an inquiry. A sham of an inquiry. According to me, the court has upheld it. You've got to respect the court. It conducted an inquiry. The right is you to question the inquiry. That was the issue. The issue is not who's done what. The issue is not what happened inside court. The issue is, was that inquiry done correctly within the purview of the law? That was the question before the court. I hope in the judgment the Honorable Court has explained to us how it is in the purview of the court.
One last question, Mr. Bhushan. After the judgment was given by the Supreme Court, he came out and he said that it's a black day in judiciary. So what's your response to that comment, number one? Number two, what's the way ahead? Is the Judge Loya, the hopes for any independent inquiry into death of Judge Loya is over now with this judgment?
You live another day, you fight another day. Let the judgment come. We read the statements, we read what is said in the statements and what the judgment is, and we'll decide what to do further legally, because this only the lawyers can decide.
It is also a big blow to the Congress party, because Rahul Gandhi himself, the Congress president himself, has been talking about the Judge Loya's death, and he has been raising questions on Judge Loya's death. Do you think it's a big setback for the Congress party now that the Supreme Court has rejected the PILs?
The entire country has been asking questions on Judge Loya. 4 judges who got out, the 4 senior most judges, 2, 3, 4, 5, who came out in a press conference also spoke about it. Are they a part of any political party? Are they not questioning it? So the fact is, I mean, to attribute this to one political party or to another, are you going to say Justice Chalmeshwar belongs to a political party, or Justice Gogoi belongs to a political party? So they've also had questions that have asked. The country has had questions that are asked, and that's what makes democracy vibrant. Democracy is, you are supposed to ask questions. The government is supposed to give answers, not sanitized answers like we saw last night, but actual answers, and the court is supposed to deliver judgments based on what is put before it, not based on personal arguments that happen in the court.